Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the course of Data Structures and Algorithm CS211. I'm your instructor Dr. Zishan Iqbal, Assistant Professor in Institute of Computing. Today is lecture number 24, in which we will talk about binary tree representation and binary search tree constructions. Today the students will be able to learn binary tree representation in linked representation and in sequential representation. Then we will try to elaborate the method for constructing a binary search tree from a given array. To implement the binary trees in memory, there are two types of representation of a binary tree. First one is known as linked representation, where we will implement the binary tree in the form of linked list. In the next phase, in sequential representation, the binary tree will be implemented using array. First of all, let's discuss the linked representation for a binary tree in memory. In this representation, binary tree is stored in memory in the form of linked list, where the number of nodes are stored at non-contiguous memory locations and linked together by inheriting parent-child relationship like a tree. Every node contains three parts: pointer to its left nodes, data element or value, and a pointer to its right node. Each binary tree has a root pointer which points to the root of a binary tree, similar to the start pointer of linked list. For an empty binary tree, this root pointer will be pointing to a null value. Here in the figure we can see that a tree is seen as a collection of nodes where each node contains three parts: left pointer, data element, and its right pointer. Left pointer will store the address of left child, while the right pointer will store the address of its right child. The leaf node contains null in its leaf, left and right pointer. In the figure we can see that we have 5 nodes A, B, C, D and E. On the right side, A will be represented as a node which contains three parts. Middle part will contain the value portion, and left portion will contain the pointer to its left child, while the right pointer will contain the address to its right child, which is basically the C. So the right will contain the address of C. Similarly, if we see that B has no left and right pointer or left and right child, so the left and right pointer will be assigned null values. And for C, its left pointer will contain the address of D and right pointer will contain the address of E, where D and E will point to its right child as null value. The following image shows how the memory will be allocated for a binary tree using linked list representation. There will be a special pointer maintained in the memory which points to the root node of the tree. Every node in a tree contains the address of its right and left child, and leaf node will contain null value in its left and right pointers. So the root pointer will point to location number 3, which is the address of node A. At the location number 3, we can see that A on its left contains 9, which is the address of its left child. As we can see on location number 9, 9 is the location of B, which is A left child. And on location number 3, we can also see that right portion of A contains the value of 7. At 7 position, we can see that 7 contains the data portion of C, and C left hand child are 1 and 5, which are its left and right child respectively. On location number 9, we can see that the left and right pointers are assigned minus value, which is an equivalent of null value. Second type of representing binary tree is known as sequential representation. Here the array will be used for this purpose. Simplest memory allocation technique to store the tree elements, but array is inefficient technique since it requires a lot of space to store the tree elements. There are basic 3 rules to store a binary tree in array. First of all, root node will be stored at array's first index, and left child of n node will be stored at n multiply by 1 index of the array. This will be explained in the coming slide. And right child of node n will be stored at n multiply by 1 plus 1 index of the array. If the first index of array is 0, it means the tree is empty and there are no nodes in the tree. Diagrammatic representation of sequential representation is shown here. If we consider tree, the tree contains 9 nodes. So we can see that A is the root of this tree. So A will be stored at array's first index. Let's suppose A is stored at 1. The left child will be stored at n multiply by 2. So array address is 1. Then the left child will be multiplied by 2. So left child will be stored at 2 multiplied by 1. So B will be stored at location number 2. For the right child we have a formula n multiplied by 2 plus 1. As the address of A is 1, so 1 multiplied by 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So right child will be stored at location number 3. Similarly, if we take the example of E, we can see that here E is stored at location number 5. So the left child will be stored at 5 multiplied by 2, which is 10. As we can see that H is stored at location number 10, which is the left child of location 5, are known as E. And E right child will be stored at 5 multiplied by 2 plus 1 is equal to 11. So E right child, which is I, will be stored at location number 11. This process will continue until the elements are finished. Basically, the drawback of this representation is wastage of storage and using lot of storage values for tree. Consider this example for storing this binary tree into an array. We have 5 nodes in the tree. We will start by saving the first address or first node as first index of array. So A will be stored in first index of array. A's left child is B, so B will be stored in 1 multiplied by 2 second index, and A right child is C, so it will be multiplied by A's address with 2 and adding 1 value. So 1 multiplied by 2 plus 1 will get 3, so C will be stored at location number 3. Similarly, the child of C are stored at location number 6 and 7. By multiplying it with 3 multiplied by 2, you will get 6, and 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1, you will get 7. Binary search trees are special trees which can be defined as a class of binary trees in which the nodes are arranged in a special order. This order is known as ordered binary tree. In a binary search tree, the value of all the nodes in the left subtree is less than the value of root. Similarly, the value of nodes in the right subtree is greater than or equal to the value of root. This rule will be recursively applied to all the left and right subtrees of the root. In simple words, we can say left child will be always smaller than a parent node, while as right child will always be greater than or equal to parent node. Here we can see that a binary search tree is shown. As the constraint applied on the binary search tree, we can see that the root node 30 does not contain any value greater than or equal to 30 in its left subtree, and it also does not contain any value less than 30 in its right. For example, 30 left child is less than its parent node, and 30 right child, which is 60, is greater than its parent node. Similarly, if we consider 60 as parent, left child is smaller, as we can see that 45 is smaller than 60 and 75 is greater than 60. So again, if we see the left portion, 22 value is greater than 17 and 22 is less than 27. So left child will always be smaller and right child will always be greater or equal to its parent node. Advantages of using binary search tree. Searching becomes very efficient in binary search tree since we get a hint at each step about which subtree contains the desired element. The binary search tree is considered as efficient data structure in compared to arrays and linked lists because it eases the searching process and it removes half subtree at every step. Searching for element in binary search tree can take log n to the base 2 time. In worst case scenario, the time it takes to search an element is n times. Insertion and deletion operation can be speed up as compared to that in array and linked list too. Constructing a binary search tree. Let's remind what is binary search tree. Binary tree left child will be always smaller than its parent node and right child will be always equal to or greater than its parent node. So the left portion of a binary search tree will contain smaller value and right portion of a binary search tree will contain greater value than its parent node. Let's discuss the algorithm. We will insert the first node as the root in the tree. Let's suppose we have a given values from array. We have to insert the first node as the root in the tree. For the next value, consider if the value is smaller than its root node, place it as left child of root. And if the value is greater than root node, we will place it as right child of root node. At the next step, we will continue this step number 2 for the rest of the values. Suppose we have following values from array 43, 10, 79, 90, 12, 54, 11, 9 and 50. We will insert the 43 into the tree as the root of the tree. Then read the next element. If the value is lesser than the root element, insertion will be done as the root of left subtree. Otherwise, we will insert it as the root of right subtree. Suppose we have the following values. We can see that the first value is 43. So the 43 will be added as the root node. If we can see that the next value is 10. So we will compare it with the root node. We can see that 10 is less than 43. So we will place it as the left child of 43. Next element is 79. We will again consider by comparing it with root node. As we can see that 79 is greater than its root node, so we'll place it as the right child of 43. The next value is 90. We'll start by comparing it with root node. 90 is greater than 43. So we'll come to its right. But the right already contains a value. So we'll again compare it with 79. 90 is greater than 79. So 90 will become the right child of 79. Here we can see that the next element is 12. So again we will start it by comparing it with the root child node. 12 is less than 43. So we'll move towards left side. Left side contains already a value which is 10. So we will compare it with 10. 12 is greater than 10. So we will place it as right child of 10. Next value is 54. We can see that 54 is greater than 43, the root node. So we'll move towards right child. The right portion already contains a value which is 79. Again the 54 is compared with 79 and 54 is less than 79. So we'll place the 54 to its left node. Next value is 11. 11 is again compared with the root node. 11 is less than 43. So we'll move towards left side. Again the left node contains value 10. So we'll compare it with 10. 11 is greater than 10. So we will move towards right side. The right side already contains a value 12. So we'll again compare it with 12. 11 is less than 12. So 11 will be placed as left child of 12. The next value is 9. Again we will start comparing with the root node. 9 is less than 43. So we will move towards left side. Left side contains a value 10. 9 will be compared to value number 10. 9 is less than 10. And there is no left child of value 10. So the 9 will be placed as left child of 10. The last value in the series is 50. Again if we start the comparison with the root node 43, 50 is greater than 43. So we will move towards 79. 50 is again less than 79. So we will move towards left side. Left side contains a value 54. 50 will be again compared with the 54. Again the 50 is less than 54. So 50 will be placed as left child of 54. This is how we can construct a binary tree by simply comparing it from root node and moving along the path depending upon the smaller or greater value. In the end, I want to thank you all. You can ask any question on the KCMS platform directly.